Two men were jailed in the same cell. They were in the same conditions, but one of them was unhappy and the other one was happy. "Why are you so sad?" a happy man asked the unhappy man. "What should I joy for? I am unlucky. Recently I was free and had a rest at the resort, and there, as you know, is more interesting than here." Unhappy man answered and asked the happy man, "And why are you so satisfied?" "You see," a happy man said, "recently I was in another prison where the conditions are much worse, and here is just a resort for me compared to what it was. Many people want to get here, but I am the lucky one." My dear brothers and sisters, everything is relative and has to be learned in comparison. If you want to be happy, just compare your current position not with what is better, but with what would be worse. We should live a life of contentment, staying happy with where we are, what we are, and where we are. People often misunderstand contentment with being non-active. Contentment isn't a matter with being content with your situation in life and never trying to improve it. It's a matter of being content with what you have, but realizing that as humans, we always try to improve no matter how happy we are. If we don't, we have given up on life. Aristotle rightly said, "Happiness is self-contentedness." Following are the ways that one should follow to live the best of his life. Number 1. Focus on what makes you positive. It's easy for anyone to get caught in the negativity trap, constantly dwelling on what needs to be done, what should have been done, mistakes made, etc. Rather than allowing those negative, anxious thoughts to dominate your mind, think of the good things in your life. For every negative thing that comes to mind, force yourself to find a positive thing. This will lead to a more positive outlook on life and a more positive attitude in the long run. Number 2. Take responsibility for your actions. When you find yourself in a bad situation, it's easy to point fingers and blame other people for your problem, but that does not remedy the situation. Rather than focus on what could have been done, take responsibility for your own actions and then examine the situation. Take control of the things you can and let go of everything else. Make positive changes where you can, whether it be in your school, college, business or personal life, and accept the things you cannot change. Number 3. Build perspectives. One of the biggest stressors for most individuals comes from misunderstanding. Developing the ability to see from another person's perspective without bias is a gift very few people possess, but it is a valuable trait. When conversing, listen without judgment and leave your mind open. This will allow you to make more friends. The ability to see from another's perspective will allow you to learn more and think more abstractly. Number 4. Re-evaluate your relationships. One by one, consider each and every relationship you have. Think about how they affect you in your daily life. Who wants to see you succeed? Who inspires you? Who makes you happy? On the other side, who might be dragging you down? Who might make you feel bad about yourself? Who might be a toxic influence on you? Be brutally honest with yourself and distance yourself from the people who you feel might be sapping your energy. Surround yourself with people who are positive influencers and people who make you happy, enhancing your quality of life. Number 5. Walk your own path. Only you know what truly makes you happy. Don't let other people dictate how to live your life. Walk your own path without fear of judgment. Of course, your family and friends are important and it's absolutely fine to go to them for advice when you need it, but it's ultimately your decision whether you take that advice. Every individual has just one life to live, so remember, live your life how you want to live it. Number 6. Find your stress relief. Figure out what suits you, the things that most reduce your stress. Whether it is playing guitar or sports or whatever, you need to find a hobby that quiets your mind and gives you a sense of inner peace. Make a point to take time out of your busy schedule to practice your stress relieving activities on a regular basis. Number 7. Live a life of simplicity. Simplicity, of course, means many things to many people, but for me, contentness is at the core of simplicity. It's about being content with less, with a simpler life, rather than always wanting more, always acquiring more, and never being content. Simplicity means examining why you want more and solving that issue at its root. At the root of wanting more is not being content with what you have. Once you have learned to be content, you don't need more. You can stop acquiring and start enjoying. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 24, Lord Shri Krishna said to Arjun, "One whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, and whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the Supreme, and ultimately he attains the Supreme." My dear brothers and sisters, all our actions should be in Krishna consciousness. All happiness in the material world has a beginning and an end, but happiness in Krishna is unlimited, and there is no end. That's all. I hope this video would guide you to live a happy, satisfied and joyful life every day. Thanks for watching. Hare Krishna.